Hi guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Christy and today we have a very special guest with us and she is my sister
Wendy.
and today we're going to be doing a girls night out look for her so she can go out with her
Girls.
Let's get started. So I'm starting by cleaning up her eyebrows a bit and then jumping in with the Anastasia eyebrow brush in number 12 and the Anastasia dip brow pomade in soft brown. And then just quickly filling in her eyebrows, starting by shaping the arc of the brow and working the product to the front. Now using the Tarte Shape Tape Concealer in medium and a Morphe M432 flat brush, I will be carving out her eyebrows to make them nice and defined. Now taking a mini beauty blender, I will be blending out that concealer. And then I'm going in with some eyebrow gel to make sure they stay in place. Here I'm going in with that same concealer as before and applying it all over her eyelids to use it as eyeshadow primer and using a dense brush to blend that all out. I will now be using the Maybelline Loose Finishing Powder in 10 to set that concealer down, since she does tend to crease a lot. Now I'm going in with the Anastasia Modern Renaissance palette and going into Raw Sienna on a Morphe M442 blending brush. I will be placing this shade around the outer area of her eye, and this will be acting as our transition shade. Now going into the Tartelette Toasted palette, I will be picking up the shade Warmth on a Morphe M433 blending brush and working that shade just below that first shade we applied. Now going back to the Modern Renaissance, I will be dipping into Real Gur and working that mainly in the outer half of the eye. Now using a clean fluffy brush, I will be dipping into Warmth once again and applying that to the inner half of the eye. Next I will be dipping into Cypress Umber, which is a dark brown shade, and I will be packing the shade on the outer third of the lid to give the eye more dimension, and of course making sure to go back and forth between packing and blending. Once that is nice and blended out, I will be going in with the NYX Glitter Glue and a Tarte dual-ended liner brush to create the outline of the glitter liner. I will be using the gold glitter from Beauty Creations and packing that right where I applied the glitter glue. Now moving on to the face, I will be applying her moisturizer and I will be carefully massaging that into the skin. Next, I will be using the Smashbox Photo Finish Primer and I will be dotting that on her face and applying that with a clean foundation brush. Jumping into foundation, I will be using the Maybelline Superstay Foundation in Natural Beige on a flat foundation brush. I will then be going in with my Morphe sponge to blend that foundation out. With the Tarte Shape Tape Concealer, I will be going in and concealing her under eyes, as well as using that to brighten up the center of her face and to carve out her cheekbones. And once again, going back in with that sponge to blend everything out. Once that is all nice and blended out, I will be going in with my Maybelline Loose Powder in 20 to first set all the areas where I applied concealer by pressing the powder into the skin with a damp sponge. And then lightly setting the rest of the face with a fluffy brush. Once the face is set, we will now be moving on to contour, and I will be using the ABH contour kit, picking up that corner shade with a dense bronzer brush and contouring along her cheekbones and along the bottom of her chin. Then, to add some warmth in her face, I will be taking my Hoola bronzer and bronzing up around the perimeter of her face. Now I'm taking an e.l.f. eye defining brush and I will be quickly contouring her nose, not so much to contour, but rather just to add some more color towards the center of her face. Now I'm taking the sharp end of the Morphe sponge with the same powder from before and using it to clean up around the cheekbones and nose contour to create that nice sharp look. And then quickly going in and dusting that powder off. Now I'm quickly just spraying some of the Mario Badescu facial spray in order to melt all the powders into her skin. And I'm quickly going in with my Morphe sponge in order to blend everything out one last time. Now I'm going into that Ulta Beauty blush palette and I'm using the fluffier side of the brush. Now I'll be using the Anastasia Glow Kit and I'll be dipping into white sand with the other side of that same brush. I will quickly be spritzing it with some Mario Badescu spray just to make that highlight brighter. Now I'm going in with a smaller brush and I'm doing the same thing, spritzing it with that Mario Badescu spray and highlighting the tip of the nose, the bridge of the nose, underneath the arc of the eyebrow, the inner corner, and the Cupid's bow. Now moving on to the waterline, I'll be using that same packing brush as before and using all the same colors that we used on the eyes on the bottom. We went ahead and applied lashes off camera, and right here I'm just applying some mascara to her lower lashes. Now using the Physicians Formula Sexy Booster Eyeliner in black, I quickly tightlined her eyes. Now last but not least, I went in with the Makeup Forever Liquid Matte in the shade 109. And taking the Victoria's Secret Color Shine in the shade Pinky, I applied that to the center of her lips. And this is the completed look for girls' night out. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, give this video a big thumbs up, subscribe down below, and stay tuned for more upcoming videos.
No me despidas.